There is a brand new cosmetics pack in the Hunter Call of the Wild, and it is completely free. All you have to do to get it is play the game within the next week and have an Apex Connect account. And if you don't have an account, you can make one for free, and there's actually a link in the official The Hunter Discord for how to do that if you've not yet made one. But there's some really cool stuff in here. I love this electric blue metal. Definitely something that I want to use more, but we're going to go over some of the items. There's a bunch of new paints and stuff, so we won't look at all of them because it is free and easily accessible, but we should at least look at what we're going to be using today. So, first of all, we've got our 223 with another new metal. This is the olive matte metal. I think that's going to make for some really good camo combinations. We've just got the forest spray on here with it. I do like this a lot. Definitely something we're going to use in the future. On our 30-06, we have the leaf pile camo. I'm not sure about this one. I like the design. Maybe that's something we can incorporate into future designs. Of course, the electric blue metal on our 338. This with the dark gray paint, I think that's from Hirschfelden, so that's a fairly recent addition to the game as well. Works really, really well on this gun. And then finally on our 22 is just the spotted camo. There's a couple camo patterns very similar to that already in the game, but I do like that one, and I think it's good to have more camo options for customization. So, we're going to take our newly customized weapons for a hunt here on Vurhonga Savanna and see what we can find, as this blue is absolutely blinding us in the sun. And I'm sure it comes as no surprise, but the first weapon we'll be using today is that blindingly bright 338 with the electric blue metal. So we've got a level 6 lion out here, going to try to alert him, and we're going to maybe see if we can make a hard shot with this pretty snazzy looking gun. I really like what we have going on with this. The dark gray paint really completes it, but if he'll stand still for just a second, that's what we want to see, and definitely not a bad start. So I chose Vurhonga Savanna for two reasons. Obviously, we still want a diamond duration wigeon, and anytime we're hunting here, there is that chance of running into that. But I love the look of this gun. It's the profile of the 338. It really fits well with the metal combo and the dark gray paint, and there's plenty of stuff out here, from the Gemsbuck that are warning calling over there to lions and Cape Buffalo. We should get plenty of opportunities to use it today, but as for our first kill, a gold lion, heart, lung, and liver with the 338, not too bad. So we might try to get eyes on that Gemsbuck, but I'm really glad we actually got to use the 338 first. And while he's not exactly special, we took the time to come over here, so we might as well try to get him as well. I think he's gonna stop, and their heart sits pretty low, so glad we're able to get that. There also is, somewhere over here, a female lion. So I'm not even 100% sure this is the Gemsbuck that initially called, because there's a nervous one out here that I'm guessing the lion spooked, and probably other things around if we took the time to investigate. But this guy, we also were able to hard shot. Got the double lung there too, not bad from the 338. Little 263 silver, and we'll start to make our way across Vurhonga and incorporate some of the other weapons. And actually, even another reason to hunt on Vurhonga today is the opportunity to maybe find a Diamond True Rags Springbuck. We did have one level 5, I believe it was during the early access period for the Emerald Coast, but we were never able to get a diamond. It's got a couple more jumping around up there, but we might go ahead and try to take this level 4. Our 223 should be good, especially with this like kind of next shot opportunity, so that'll bring him down. We'll probably scoot up there and check on the tracks together. That does look really good though. I think mixing that kind of olive metal, maybe with some of the especially darker camo patterns, maybe even the camo wraps, like the photorealistic camo, could end up looking really good. That's definitely something we'll have to mess with, probably even just after this video. I wanted to use, for the most part at least, all new stuff. Unfortunately, we clipped the skull there, so Ruben to gold, but I like that. It's good to see them actually, you know, in the game instead of just in the preview for customization. And naturally, we're headed right back to the 338. We got a mythical lion out here. It is now their drink time, and I'm hoping kind of as we move between lion lakes, we might be able to find some stuff for, like, for instance, our 30-06. We still haven't fired that. Absolutely smoked that guy, though. And I gotta think there should be, like, Wildebeest or Kudu something around out here. There is one thing, and that would be plenty more lions, but we are a multiplayer. I don't want to cause too much link pressure. And I think one mythical lion is solid enough. That was a good one, too. Over 250 kilo, 47.81 score, heart and double lung shot. And I think I want to go up to this spot. It's pretty good as well. And that should kind of bring us through some springbuck territory, but hopefully some wildebeest and other things will be around. And go figure, there's a level 9k buffalo out here, so there's only one correct way to try to do it with a gun looking like this, that's still blinding us with the sun at that angle, and that is at least to try to drop him. We also have some wigeon flying over, so if there's going to be one max level, better make sure there's not another one, because frankly, we would leave that Cape Buffalo in a heartbeat if there were a level 3 wigeon. But let's try to get into maybe 100 meters with the wind as is. I don't think it's going to be easy to stock much closer than that. We'll alert him and see if we can drop a hard shot in there. So he's alert at 110. Can I go ahead and stand up so we can get the best angle at this as possible? Oh, he's alarmed. Went to fleeing, and I decided we'd try to get that shot in there. We did not hit the heart, but actually, we might have gotten double lung. Ended up with a bit of a smoke shot considering the situation. There was no way that I wanted to track that all the way across down here. We've tracked a lot of Cape Buffalo through this area, and they just don't seem to stop. They just go forever and get down to like the thick brush by the coast, and it's never a fun time. So I guess the wind being bad, maybe we should have tried to alert him from further away and not just immediately spooked him, but 338 got the job done. The only question is, will he make diamond? Because of course the last level 9 we shot, Monday's live stream, Emerald Coast, we shot a level 9 Red Fox, that trolled us. Hopefully, a slightly cooler looking gun, the game will want to give us a diamond today. So, our first level 9 Cape Buffalo in a while is a gold. 150.22, actually was single lung. Impressive performance out of the 338 for a single lung shot. Of course the chat covers everything, but what was our quick kill? 65%. Single lung on a moose, for instance, gets like 30%. So not bad at all, if only he were about 1 point higher. Missed diamond by 1.13, I think that would be. Still not bad, and always good to see that set of horns on Vurhonga Savanna, but just falling a little bit shy, and that's now 2 legendaries in a row that's trolled us. And by the way, I meant to mention this, but of course, when a level 9 shows up, everything else goes out the window. The only reason we even found that guy was because someone else had gone over and hunted that area. They've since left, but I decided to try a different area, looking for wildebeest, which we've now found, and we find a level 9 Cape Buffalo instead. So we'll try to scoot up here, maybe pick a wildebeest or a gemsbuck to take with the 30-06, just to get some usage out of it. And maybe if we can get the angle lined up right and have a decent sightline, we can try for one of each. So I think ideally, the gemsbuck would actually be feeding, but they're sort of wandering around. So we're going to go for the wildebeest first, because trying to make that shot as they stand up is tough. If the gemsbuck hang around, which absolutely they did not, we could have tried to gone for that. I didn't realize how many wildebeest were sitting in there. I spotted like 2. It was an entire herd of them. And who knows if there's anything good in there. We might have to go and follow them if there's any big tracks, but I'm at least fairly confident we should have gotten the one that we shot at. There's hunting pressure. And not only did we get the one we shot at, I thought we shot like a common variant. Which, gold is effectively a common, but still, not too bad. Ended up with a 32 scoring gold for that. Almost got the hard shot. And again, we'll sort of just check around for tracks. If there's anything heavy, we'll follow them, but I can't believe how well they were just hidden in the grass. I'd imagine this is as good a chance as we'll get today to get to use the 22. And all these wigeon are landing, so he's going to as well. But it's a matter of like keeping an eye on him and being able to see exactly where he's going to land, because he's about to. Just a matter of, can we see where he goes? I think we're going to be okay. He's going to land out on the water, but a bunch of them just landed in the brush, so we'll let him do that. Getting closer to 100 meters, and we'll probably aim this just a little bit low, but that's one of the better estimate wigeon we've seen ever on Vurhonga, so definitely we'll take that. And I suppose we ought to make sure there wasn't somehow a level 3 in there. And even as actually more are flying over, it still looks like we got the best one. So 895, that is so close. I know it's a thing. Level 2 diamond duration wigeon happen unbelievably rarely. That weight could do it. Because, so they're scored by the weight, but there's some randomness to it. And it's down to like the, I guess that would be 1,000th of a gram. But if 0.90 kg, let's say 0.900 could be 895, it could be -5, obviously it could be +5 as well. And we could be right there at 905. That's our biggest one. Like, that is a plus that as we continue to hunt on Vurhonga Savanna, we get close. That definitely was right in that weight range where it could have been a level 3. It's a good thing, just that was so close it almost could have made it. What the heck? A level 9 Jackal, that is huge. 30 to 33? This has always been a decent spot for Jackal, and I can totally see this being an awful track. Because he just ran right into the brush. I was going down here to this little lake with the very end of lion drink time. And I was hoping maybe we could run into one more. I want to say it's a guaranteed diamond. I think 29 and change is diamond for them. And when you get estimates like that, a lot of times they're potential max scores. So I'm really hopeful for that. Just a matter of, can we find it? Because I don't think, especially with the wind, just like sitting here and waiting for him to come back to his zone is an option. I'm actually not 100% sure that he was in his zone. So we're going to try to trail him. Maybe just get an eye on him and hope that he stops somewhere in the distance. And then try to make that shot with the 223. We really want that inside of 150. Oh, this is literally perfect. He's just out there, still alert. So we're going to give him a minute. Crawl a little bit closer so we're not at that kind of awkward in between zeroing distances. And maybe try to get like a 90-meter shot. I do think he might be trying to come back to his own because he's still alert now. I'm not exactly sure what he is doing. I'm expecting him to turn back this way. And he might even just kind of walk at us, but he's going to nervous. Let's just see what he's going to do. If he's just going to walk across there, I say we go for this. Nice clean ethical shot with the 223, and go figure. Because I don't think this level 9 control us. The electric blue 338 has been the star of the show today, but it is the olive 223 that drops the biggest animal to hunt. And I really want to see just how high this score goes. 30.55, so that's not max score, but he is max weight. If I'm not mistaken, we'll tax this super quickly. If I'm not mistaken, that's an insanely low score for the weight. I'm pretty sure they go to 31. Unless something has changed, that's the case. It was a 2-kilometer track, so not bad. Doubling them there at 94 meters. Actually, with the buffed 223, I didn't even consider that it's a little bit better than it used to be. Not bad at all. And pretty darn cool to get it with, you know, our brand new customization on that gun. So he may be our biggest diamond Jackal ever. We'll have to go back and compare because I know we have one over 30. And it's, you know, at this stage, Call of the Wild's in pretty good shape. Those of you that have played the game for a long time, I'm sure you'll know that there were times when the game would crash really often, disconnects, all that stuff, and there still are disconnects in multiplayer. The game never feels more volatile than when you're tracking something in multiplayer and you're not the host. That entire time I was so terrified of getting kicked or just losing them because that estimate was insane, but I don't think we're going to top that. We've had a pretty good hunt already. We've had a nearly diamond widgeon, a troll Cape buffalo, and now a massive diamond size striped jackal, so these widgeon are not spottable. And on that note, I say we jump back to the trophy lodge. So this guy here was our previous biggest. Oh, 29.2. Maybe we never did get a 30 plus. And that's from November of 2020. It has been a while since we shot a diamond jackal anywhere near that size. So not too bad to make an upgrade like that to our lodge. And one of these days, multi-mount with like jackal and scrub hair, I think that could be pretty darn cool. Almost just opposite of our raccoon dog one there with the willow ptarmigan. If we could have him chasing the scrub hair, that I think would be a nice addition to the lodge. But go figure. Brand new cosmetics pack, just going out for a hunt, and we end up with a giant jackal, max weight. And scoring has changed a little bit, especially when they went to the new scoring system, but I still think they probably go to 31. So to be that shy of max score is pretty crazy in and of itself. But anyway, I think that is going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.